The text editor of the prestigious New York Overview of Books has leftward the position following publication and experience by a Canada former radio army who had been loaded and after justified of sex attack. It was not clear if Ian Buruma had obedient or was fired. In the October publication paper, Jian Ghomeshi Negotiations of Massive Shaming following his test in 2016. Mr. Buruma protected publishing, portion of A Drop of Men episode, but florid powerful critique on public print. A representative for the New York Overview of Books, NYRB, affirmed Mr. Buruma was no much longer the text editor. The chunk, named Reflections of a Hashtag, emerging recent 1 week. In it Mr. Ghomeshi says he wants to append subtlety to the concoction how had been done versus him. He as well told he had florid quite indignity for a life expectancy. He weighs largest of the accusations though accepts he has scientific training session. He telephone call oneself an former celeb who is now en rogue. In 2014, concoction began to shallow versus Mr. Ghomeshi and he was fired by CBC. More than rather than 20 female and 1 man came striker in stories, expressive different print point of sale of creature supposedly perforated, slapped and hammered by Mr. Ghomeshi out of precautionary or agreement, and motive police forced to start an inquiry. 3 female had charged Mr. Ghomeshi of offensive and sexually assaulting them among 2002 and 2003. He rejected the extortion description the encounters as concerted coarse sex. The magistrate told the complainant's stories had been incoherent and told sensible question existed. Mr. Ghomeshi prevented else test by signature a world ties and apologizing to the female implicated. Ian Buruma, 66, had been text editor of the New York Overview of Books for 16 months. He continues, this accurate environment of his behavior, how lot agreement was implicated, I include no concept, nor is it very my anxiety. Mr. Buruma says the spot of the paper is to talk the radioactive fallout and public disgrace how follows such a instance. He says, my concern in fleeing the chunk is the spot of type of someone who has been pilloried in social view and which someone love how feels on it. It was not run as a chunk to rehabilitate him. In the roofing slate chunk, Mr. Buruma characterizes the number Me Too motion and completely nice item that can include unwanted ensuing consequences. Lot of the commentary criticized the color of the Ghomeshi paper himself. One chirp, of Jesse Tan, told it was penetrated in actual inaccuracies, obfuscations and manipulations. Other took aim at Mr. Buruma for publication the chunk. If, as Ian Buruma insists, the Ghomeshi instance amounts to sex behavior is a lot faceted industry, why didn't he run partner essays by the female who were perforated, hammered or assaulted? Why is his intelligent curious restricted to Ghomeshi? A boyfriend fair told to me how she found the Ian Buruma interviewing though more than enraging how the Ghomeshi chunk himself. I accept. Since monsters love Ghomeshi can flourish just since of a civilization how espouses the kind of brush-waving, subtlety, obsessive gatekeeping love Buruma's. But down there was as well several supporting for his link how Mr. Ghomeshi had been purified in trial, in one chirp proverb clock behind the chaos.